We are on day 5 of our self-love in relationship challenge. The previous 2 weeks, we did a self-love challenge, just concentrating on our own self-love. And this challenge has been about focusing on how are we showing up in our self-love when we are in an intimate partnership relationship. And yesterday we did something that I found really fun and helpful. We gave ourselves some numbers from 1 to 10 of, okay, where is my self-love sort of outside of relationship, and where is my self-love when I'm in relationship? And it was really interesting. A lot of you shared your numbers. I shared my numbers. And I think for everybody, our numbers were higher in just self-love on our own and a bit lower in self-love in relationship. So I'll just share mine again. My numbers were 8.5 and 5.5. Huge shout out to the amazing Imani and the amazing Christina. Just so grateful you all are here. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's just a joy to be with you. I feel you. I hope you feel me too. So super interesting. I think that the numbers seem to be a bit lower in relationship. So really just showing us that it's more challenging to hold our self-love in relationship with someone we really love and we want things to work out. And so we're really learning. The invitation here for all of us is, how do we really maintain, practice, nurture, further develop our own self-love when we are in a close partnership relationship? So we're doing the work, sisters and brothers. We're doing great. This is just, we're beautiful, eternal souls here having a human experience, and we're learning about all this. It's amazing. We said yesterday that relationship, particularly intimate relationship, is a school, is a dojo, is a training ground for us to learn so much about ourselves and really see how we're showing up for ourselves, how we're showing up for the other, bringing up lots of our shadow. So on the larger perspective, relationship is such a vehicle for our growth, for our ascension, for our awakening. So even though at times our relationships can feel very challenging, even very painful, uncomfortable, they're an amazing tool, really, for our own expansion. So they're great. They are our teachers. So again, welcome, the warmest welcome. I'm so excited for you all to be here. And day 5, we're going to rock it as we have every day. And so much gratitude to all of you. It feels like we are all self-love ambassadors on this amazing self-love revolution that we are all part of. And my guidance is constantly that this is how the planet transforms, as we bring the beautiful news, the beautiful energy of self-love to all of our brothers and sisters on the planet. So just to begin with, we'll just recap day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, just briefly. And then we're going to go into a really powerful day 5 practice. Okay, so day 1, I think day 1 might be my favorite practice. Fearless, radical commitment to your own happiness. And the affirmation we were using is, I embody fearless, radical commitment to my own happiness. And if you feel like saying it, I know when I say it, it brings me back. it helps me remember what I'm committed to. And that's why I love when we get together like this every day, because it really grounds in what I'm really wanting to embody. I embody fearless, radical commitment to my own happiness. If you feel like saying it, woohoo! Shout out to my amazing mom who's here. So glad you're here, mom. And then day 2, the practice was you and only you are responsible for your life and your happiness. And the affirmation we've been using is I and only I am responsible for my life and my happiness. And on day 2, we talked a lot about embodying what you want. Embodying what you want in all aspects of your life, including relationship. So we talked about, of course, it's great and healthy to talk to your partner and work things out, negotiate, try to come to highest and best solutions. And at the same time, you can also just embody what is really important to you. So, for instance, if you're in a conversation with your partner and it's devolving and deteriorating and becoming not respectful or not loving, you can just graciously excuse yourself. You do not need to participate. You decide what is important to you. You decide what you want to embody. And you practice that. You set boundaries, you excuse yourself. You can, on your own, embody what you want. I and only I am responsible for my life and happiness. So freeing, so freeing. And there's accountability there, right? It's you're responsible. So to me sometimes it's both of those things. It's like, oh my gosh, I am responsible, and oh my golly, I can do it, and it's very empowering and freeing as well. Okay, day 3 yesterday, no, 2 days ago, the practice was fearless, radical commitment to your human's needs. And the affirmation we were using is I am fearlessly, radically committed to my human's needs. And what we talked about on day 3, I shared that for me, I can get pretty swept up in just the spiritual, larger experience that my human is having, and in a way, excuse hurtful behavior towards me, thinking, oh, it's catalyst. Oh, it's showing me my shadow. It's all good. It's all good. That is all true, of course, on the spiritual perspective, but there's a balance. And it feels like I've been learning that I must also really respect and honor my human's experience in my intimate partnership or in any aspect of my life. And we were sharing on day 3 some of our humans' needs. What are your humans' needs in relationship? What is non-negotiable for you? What are you not willing to participate? And what really feels good to you in how someone is interacting with you? We talked, of course, about love languages. We are all wired uniquely. We all have our own experiences as kids. So just tuning in and really honoring what are your humans' needs in relationship and being so loyal to that. And if those needs are not being met, um, what do? You excuse yourself, you take a break. If they're not being met over the long term, perhaps it's a relationship that you let go of. So super powerful. And then day 4, yesterday, the practice was your relationship is in each moment. Your relationship is in each moment. So we talked about, I know in general, I was often in an orientation in my life that, okay, things will be good when. Things will be better when. When I'm married, when I finish my PhD, when I'm a certain weight, etc. We talked about the when. The invitation that we all have right now is to be present now, is to nurture our inner joy and peace now, no matter what is happening on the external, and not waiting for the when. So it's beautiful. We can give ourselves permission to come back to our own inner peace and joy, which has always been there. Uh, and there's a parallel practice in relationship. Uh, I know in my intimate relationship, I have somewhat previously been in the orientation of, oh, well, things will be better when my partner has healed this aspect, or I have healed this aspect, or when we can live in the same city. All these whens. When. Okay, no. Your relationship is in each moment. Your life is in each moment. So, what is happening moment to moment in your relationship? Are you enjoying overall how you are being treated? How is your partner showing up for you moment to moment in your relationship? Your relationship is in each moment. It is not a when. It is not a future thing, and it's not a past thing either. We can also let go of the past. What's happening right now? And what do you want to create in your relationship right now, both of you together? Okay. And so the affirmation we had for day 4, I honor that my relationship is in each moment. It's not in the future. It's not in the past. It's right now. What are we doing right now? How are we interacting with each other right now? A warm good morning to my dear brother Joe, who's in Hawaii. And I had the pleasure of seeing Joe last night, as well as Debbie and lots of other people. It was really fun. Okay, so let me know how you're all doing. How are these practices landing for you? And we'll get into day 5's practice right now. So day 5's practice is love is a verb. Love is a verb. It's also a noun, but we're going to really focus on love being a verb. What do we mean by this? So just taking a step back, as I was growing up, people would say, I love you. But they were not necessarily acting lovingly towards me. And I think this was really confusing. I think I somewhat I didn't understand really what love really meant, because I'd hear it, but I wouldn't actually see it or really experience it. So this was really confusing for me. And I think I have somewhat brought some of that confusion into my adult relationships. And I think I would settle for hearing, I love you, but perhaps not really being shown love, not really being interacted with in a way that really was loving. So this has been a huge expansion for me. There's that phrase, pay attention to someone's actions, maybe rather than what they say. I think that is also very profound. How is your partner actually showing up for you? beyond what they are saying. How is your partner actually showing up for you beyond what they are saying? Uh, Debbie says, landing well. I walked away from a non loving interaction yesterday, no longer staying in interactions that tried to disturb my soul. Oh my goodness. I'm getting chills. I love this so much. Thank you so much for sharing it. Amazing. Just and how does that feel to you this day after? How does that feel to you? How is that resonating in your soul? What do you see about yourself that you were able to do this? Where does your loyalty lie? How are you showing up for yourself when you do something like this? This is masterful. It's amazing. And it's not always easy, right? It's not always easy to walk away from a charged interaction. Our ego sometimes wants to stay and wants to, maybe we're hoping for peace and harmony, or we feel hurt and we want to express that. But it is so masterful when we see a conversation is deteriorating and we're really not going to be able to peacefully converse with the other person, to step away. So masterful, so amazing. And I know for myself, when I'm able to do that, I really feel I am so showing up for myself. I am so there for myself. I am so committed to not engaging in non-loving interactions. And what I've been doing a lot, to sort of bring myself down after a difficult interaction where I may have had to excuse myself, I often go for a walk. And I often just talk to myself and say, hey, Tassel, I'm here for you. I love you. Great job in stepping away from that interaction. And how can I be here for you right now? Tell me everything. I love you. You're amazing. And I'm just that inner partner to myself. Inner partnership is such a beautiful practice. There's a great video on our You Are Your Own Hero YouTube channel titled Inner Partnership. Some really great comments here. Christina, oh, drop the mic. You are speaking such wisdom. Actions speak louder than words. Yep, absolutely. How is your partner actually behaving towards you? What are they actually doing beyond what they say? Beyond what they say. How are they showing up for you? And then another just great wisdom. We teach people how to treat us. Thank you for this new level of teaching others. Yes. So much wisdom here. We absolutely teach people how to treat us. And it starts internally, right? We have to be really clear in ourselves how we need and want to be treated, and just make that internal decision. I want to be treated in this way. I will not participate in these kinds of behaviors. We get super clear on our own. And then when we are in perhaps any interaction that is not going well, it just becomes automatic, really, that we will excuse ourselves. So this really ties into the practice that I and only I am responsible for my happiness and my life. So you don't ever need to be party or participate in anything that feels non-loving to you. It is our responsibility, right, to not participate, to just remove ourselves. And it's just so, so, so powerful. Thank you for these super helpful comments. We are all on the same page with this. We are practicing this. This is a huge self-love practice. And so within this practice of love is a verb, um, again, it's really helpful for each person in relationship to really tune in. Okay, what are my non-negotiable needs in intimate relationship? What is what is absolutely essential to me? And then also, I think it's also really helpful to tune in. What are my desires? These are a bit different from your needs. Maybe these are a little more flexible, a little more negotiation with your partner. What are my non-negotiable needs and what are my desires? And then communicate those. Be really clear. Uh, and I want to share that. I know for me, um, some of my desires, I think in the past, I may have felt embarrassed about. Maybe they felt really vulnerable to share, or maybe I felt I didn't deserve them, or that they were silly or something. Um, every day we've been talking about as an underlying practice of self love to not judge what arises for us, that any feelings we have, for instance, that we really honor them. And so any of your desires that are really true and are really authentic, not to judge them, not to think they're silly, not to think they're weak, not to think they're too much. So part of what we're really embodying here is showing up in our authentic self and honoring whatever that is, no matter what other people's opinions are about it, to really honor what you want and not judge it and not think about it too much. Just, oh, this is what I really want. And I'm going to express it to my partner. I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to be open hearted. And what a beautiful practice to do with your intimate partner. How beautiful is that? If you sat down and in a beautiful, peaceful, loving way, you each shared your human's needs and wants in relationship. And I think it's also great to do active listening while you do this practice. So, for instance, if I'm starting, I share my human's needs and wants, and then my partner listens and then just repeats back what I have said, and then we switch. I've been saying active listening. I think is a game changer in relationship. We do not need to participate in arguments when we practice active listening. So one of the things I've been really doing is if it seems like a conversation is going into an argument and we are not active listening, I graciously excuse myself. I'm not participating in arguments. Active listening, particularly when you're talking about anything that's a little tricky, is so helpful, and you can just avoid arguments. So how beautiful to sit down, how beautiful first just to tune in yourself and honor, okay, these are my humans' needs in relationship, and these are my humans' desires in relationship. And then how beautiful to communicate that to your partner and also to hear your partner's wants and needs. And if they are able to be really vulnerable and really authentic, oh, it's so beautiful, right? Because you're meeting each other in that sacred space of intimacy and vulnerability and trust. And it's so beautiful. It's so connecting. Uh, and we really get to know each other, right? Um, we really, really get to know each other. And two orientations here that I want to focus on are curiosity and humbleness. I love the orientation of curiosity in relationship. Uh, can you be curious towards your partner? And can your partner be curious towards you? So it's a bit of a human orientation to want to talk about yourself and want to talk about your own needs and wants, or maybe your hurts, etc. And that's great, and that's self love to want to express yourself. But how great is it also to also be curious about your partner? And this is part of the work. I don't really love that word. The the investment, maybe, is a nice way to say it. The investment in the relationship. The investment in the relationship is to learn about your partner, and for your partner to learn about you, to practice curiosity, to practice curiosity. This is so, I would say, healing, particularly if you've had a difficult interaction, there has been a difficult situation, for each of you to be curious about what the other person experienced, maybe what repairs might be called for. This beautiful, very humble orientation of curiosity, really getting to know your partner, really showing your partner and them showing you that they really care. They're really interested about who you are and what is important to you. And that's also the benefit of the active listening. When we listen to each other, and the other repeats, summarizes what you said, there's such a feeling of being heard, of an effort of trying to be understood. And I know, for me at least, this is probably the most important need that I have in relationship, is to feel heard, that there is an effort for my partner to understand me, that my partner has curiosity, that my partner is able to come out of his own being and his own needs and wants, and to see mine, to really be seen, to really be seen. This feels extremely important to me. It is a need of mine in relationship. And so then also this orientation of humbleness in relationship for both partners. For both partners to really see that the relationship is the teacher. We each come in with our own stuff, with our own childhood experiences, with our own challenges, with our own shadows, with our own wounds, stories, all of it, as well as all of the positive stuff, our own wisdoms, our own gifts, all of it. We come in, we are two different people, and the invitation is to harmonize with the other. And when we come from an orientation of humility, that we will let the relationship guide us, that the relationship is the vessel for the expansion. I think so many beautiful outcomes happen in relationship when each partner has humility and humbleness about what is happening and what expansions and invitations are being called for. Likely in any relationship, there is going to be expansion called for on each person's side, because that's the point of the relationship. The point of the relationship really is your expansion. So for each partner to be really humble with these invitations to expand, to look at oneself, to be curious, to see, to really tune in, what seems to be the highest and best here for the relationship, and how am I possibly being invited to grow here? Just beautiful, beautiful curiosity and humbleness. My mom has a great comment here, so valuable, and really sharing that my mom's husband has this ability, and it is amazing and beautiful. I'm so glad, Mom, that you are partnered with a partner who has this ability. It's such a blessing. That is such a blessing. Uh, so beautiful. So let me know how this is landing for you. Humbleness, curiosity, love is a verb. Really paying attention to our partner's actions towards us, as well, of course, as our actions towards them. This is a huge component of self love in relationship. I know for myself, I used to be just okay with the crumbs that someone might say, I love you, and I wasn't really paying attention to actually how are they loving me? How are they interacting with me? So this is a great, amazing expansion for me. And I want to share something that I think a practice that I think can be really helpful. I think it was last week, my partner, in a very loving way, love is a verb, asked me to write out an intention that he could hold for how he interacted with me. And so I wrote out this intention for him to hold for me. And the intention is uh, I set an intention to be loving and kind to Tassel in the way that is very meaningful to her. And I'm learning what is really meaningful to her more and more every day. So, this is one of the most loving things my partner has ever done, and really anyone has ever done. No one has ever asked me to basically give them an intention that they could hold towards how they interacted with me. So, this was an amazing moment in our relationship, an amazing moment. And I do think it occurred in part because of me really holding a certain level of self love for myself. And then seeing that on the external, seeing that as I really respect myself, as I really take myself seriously and what is important to me, seeing that show up in my partner on the external. So my partner has repeated that intention to me since I gave it to him. And I'll just say it one more time because I really love it. And I think it's really powerful. I set an intention to be loving and kind to Tassel in the way that is very meaningful to her. I'm learning what is really meaningful to her more and more every day. And again, this really, again, touches on that we're asking our partners to show up for us in a way that's meaningful to us. And this is an expansion for them. And then our partners are also usually asking us to show up in a way that is meaningful to them. And every day, with our curiosity and our humility and our humbleness, we are open to learning more and more what is meaningful to each other. So I just loved when my partner did that. That might have been my favorite thing he's ever done towards me. Uh, I also really love when my partner says the phrase, what I heard you say. And this is part of the active listening practice. What I heard you say is every time he says that, I get like a flutter within me. It's so exciting. So let me know how this is landing for you. And I'm also curious just to ask you if your partner was open to holding an intention for you about how your partner is interacting with you, what would it be? What intention would you like your partner to hold for you in terms of how they are acting towards you? if that feels resonant, and to tune into that, and if you feel like it, to share it. I'd love to hear what intention you would love your partner to hold for you. And I'll just say another practice with intentions that my partner and I have also been doing is we, I think it was this week, early this week, we together set intentions for our relationship and our business. These were intentions such as we are setting an intention right now that we're able to see each other in person no later than next month. We are setting an intention right now that the harmony and peace in our interactions grows every day. We are setting an intention right now that we have so much fun together when we come together. And so we wrote all these intentions. And then recently, every time that we have met on Zoom, we've repeated the intentions. I'll read one and then he reads one. And I think this is a beautiful and really powerful practice. Um, and the reason that I wanted to do it is that we don't always have harmony and peace between us, but we both want that. We both want that. That's what we want. And setting that intention, of course, is I think a step in creating that. And then as we both repeat these intentions as we come together, we're reminding each other and ourselves that this is what we want. And we may not have it all the time, but we want it. And then, of course, the universe coming in to assist us with that intention. So I think a beautiful practice is setting co-intentions with each other. And then also this first practice that I mentioned of each one of you holding a specific intention for how you're interacting with the other. And I did ask my partner if I could hold an intention for him, and I think he's going to get back to me on that. He hasn't told me yet, but I hope he does. So let me know how this is landing for you about setting intentions. Super duper powerful. So, yeah, love is a verb. Love is a verb. Actions speak very loudly. How are you being shown up for? And just another point here is that so many of us are here on the planet to spread our light and to be light workers and to uplift. And I know, at least for me, I can be very focused on, well, how am I showing up? Am I giving love? Am I doing my best? And we want to also really pay attention to how we are being treated. I know for me, I love to be loving. I love to give. I love to give. So it's an expansion for me to learn how to receive and to take myself and my needs and my wants seriously. There's a balance here, right? We love to give, we love to love, we love to spread our light, and then also what are we receiving? How are we being interacted with? What is important to us? That there is a relationship. There is a relationship. It's not a one-way interaction. It is a relationship of reciprocity and mutuality. And we have a great comment here. I was going to ask you about your intention for these self-love courses. Oh, what a fun question. So I believe I was guided to have these self-love challenges for two reasons. One, so that I could up-level my own self-love, especially in relationship. This has been not an easy thing for me. So I believe Spirit guided me to do this so that I could embody a deeper, more profound self-love practice for myself, on my own and in relationship. And then the second reason is I feel that I'm really being called to support everyone I can in these practices, and that this again is my service to the planet, a self-love revolution. I don't think there's anything more important in for one's own evolution and contentment and joy than self-love. I think self-love is the ticket. I think self-love is the ticket. So, yeah, those are my intentions. And maybe I could throw it out to you beautiful peoples. What is your intention in these self-love challenges? What feels really, really important to you? What are you being guided to do here and to embody here? So, yeah, I love this practice. Love is a verb. Love is a verb. Love is a verb. Love is a verb. And we can have an affirmation here, that I honor. I honor that love is a verb, and I honor that it is important to me how my partner is showing up for me. Uh, Yeah, maybe we can just say that together if you want. I honor that love is a verb, and it is important to me how my partner is showing up for me. I honor that love is a verb, and it is important to me how my partner is showing up for me. I feel when we say these affirmations that the energy of the affirmation goes into our cellular body and it goes into our subconscious. I think affirmations are really powerful, as well as they create new neural pathways in our brain. I think the affirmations carry very powerful energy that literally changes the energetic makeup of our being. So I just want to say it one more time. I honor that love is a verb, and it is very important to me how my partner is showing up for me. And I'm really curious. So we've had basically 5 affirmations so far, and I'm curious which affirmation for you feels the most powerful. What are you most drawn to? So day 1, I embody fearless radical commitment to my own happiness. Day 2, I and only I am responsible for my life and happiness. Day 3, I am fiercely, radically committed to my humans' needs. Day 4, I honor that the relationship is in each moment. And then this last one we just did, I honor that love is a verb, and it is very important to me how my partner is showing up for me. If you feel like sharing, I'd love to know what feels most powerful to you. And for me in this moment, this last one feels most powerful to me because I think this is the expansion that is being called, that I'm being invited to embody, to really pay attention to how my partner is showing up for me. I think that is a growth point for me. I don't think I was really paying attention to that. I wasn't. I was not really paying attention to that. I was very focused on, well, how am I showing up? And I think I also had a fear of abandonment on all that. So this is a big growth point for me. It is very important how my partner is showing up for me. It is very important that there is mutuality in my relationship. It is very important that my partner is meeting my needs and desires as well. So yeah, I think maybe whatever feels super important to you is showing you where your next expansion really is. So if anyone wants to share that, and I think what I'll do on our You Are Your Own Hero Facebook group is I will write down all the affirmations so that we all have them in the Facebook group. And next week, day 6 through 10, we will also have 5 more really powerful affirmations. So, as we do every session, I just want to quickly touch on the underlying foundations to our self love revolution, which are number one, you are perfect, magnificent, a divine being of God as you are right now. So much of our amazing self love practice is really loving ourselves as God loves us. Of course, we are God, God is us. So, looking into the mirror, I love you. You are a miracle. Thank you. You are perfect. You are a gift. You are a gift to me. You are a gift to the world. Also, the orientation of always trusting yourself. Whatever is coming up for you, uncomfortable feelings, feel into them. Uncomfortable feelings are a portal, they are always leading us forward. Uh, what is coming up for you, your guidance, your intuition, your nudges, honoring all of that, honoring your dreams, honoring your red flags, just radical honoring of what is within you, your internal environment, and what is arising, always privileging that. And that we are all here to bring through our precious dreams for our lives. That I always get that guidance. We are absolutely here, of course, to expand, to go through sometimes different situations that really expand us. And we are also here to bring through our dreams. And we are sisters and brothers walking each other home. And I so appreciate being here with you every day as we hold hands and walk each other home back to the truth, back to our self love, back to honoring ourselves, back to our sacred connection with Mother, Father, God, with Spirit, and back to our amazing shifting of the beautiful Mother Earth that we live on. So it has been a delight. It is always a delight to connect with you all. The day 6 will be on Monday. So we'll take the weekend off. And I know that I'm going to be using a lot of these affirmations that we've talked about, and I will post them on our Facebook group. And on Monday, one of my favorite topics, the practice is fearless, radical commitment to healthy communication. Fearless, radical commitment to healthy communication. In all of my work as a therapist, relationships are really made or broken through how we communicate with each other. We cannot overemphasize the importance of healthy communication. So we will do that on Monday. So I hope everyone has the best weekend. I hope that you love yourself and use any affirmations that are really powerful for you, and excuse yourself from any interactions that are not loving, and just hold that sacred energy, that sacred loyalty, that sacred commitment, that sacred inner partnership to yourself. And this is the practice that I believe is the most transformative for our lives and the planet. So thank you again so much. Feel free to invite any family members or friends to our You Are Your Own Hero Facebook group, and to the episode we'll be doing on Monday. And also all of the episodes in these challenges are on the You Are Your Own Hero YouTube channel. So if you've missed any, or you have a friend who you think might benefit Everything is on the YouTube channel. Uh, and that if that address is youtube.com/ you are your own hero, all one word. So we love for you just to keep being involved. Thank you so much. Oh, and I love, Christina, what you have written here. Your intention, uplifting the universe by uplifting myself. Oh my goodness, drop the mic. You are the change, right? The change starts with us. Absolutely. Uh, it's not self-centered, it's not selfish. As you pay attention to yourself, as you love yourself, as you take care of yourself, this is a template for others. This is how we change the world. I'm getting chills again. Thank you so much. Thank you for the beautiful comments. Thank you, Christina. Christina says, you are rocking it. Thank you, sister. Thank you so much. You are rocking it too. We're all rocking it. All amazing, all divine beings of the light. Thank you so much. I'll miss you over the weekend, and I'll see you Monday, same time, same place. So much love to everybody.